Hello, and if you're watching this video, I understand that you've read my video title, which is apparently, you could build a cold email list, uh, you know, 1000x faster with the help of AI tools. So before we move to the main topic of this video, I would like to understand and assume that you are somebody probably a freelancer or a creator, somebody trying to figure out on making YouTube videos or running reels on Instagram to get popularity, to be able to generate your own leads. Like everything that you're doing right now online with the help of AI or without the help of AI would definitely lead to actually generating inquiries, right? And then this is a video that I'm going to be doing a bit longer version of it, and I have got a lot of shorts going on in my channel right now, which is a business channel, right? So basically, to give you introduction about myself a little bit, my name is Shabhar. I am a co-founder of a company called Foito Skill Development Services Private Limited, in short, Foito, which is basically a platform, a learning and development platform similar to what you see like Skillshare and Udemy. We also offer courses on Foito, basically, where people can go ahead with try out our infographic free courses, which are already upcoming and on the list. And also we have got some of the courses that we've done with one-to-one entrepreneurs, leading them marketing, sales, and other functions of the business, right? Those are more of a premium courses that we're talking. So, but now we are not going to be talking about courses. I'm not going to be boring you with the courses here. So today's topic, as I said, is about how to build an email list. So first and first, why do we need to build an email list, right? A lot of people who are probably working in the 9 to 5 job or into freelancing or a creator trying to figure out things, and they're in a very, very early stage, right? Want to generate a handful of leads before they call themselves a business expert or something like that, right? And if you do not have a revenue, if you have never made money online, you must also be very confused trying to think of, like, should I go as a personal brand, should I go as a company, as a brand, right? These are all the doubts that you have. Probably I will try to break down most of them, but more importantly, I will try to help you understand how you can put a 1000x times power to building your email list much faster, like 1000x faster in a jiffy with the help of tool called Apify. Right now, AI tools are booming in. You are seeing a lot of chat GPT happening, which is a open source tool itself, right? But it also helps you build a smaller version of the functional tools like sales tool or marketing tool or finance tool or accounting tool and all of that. Right now, one of the similar tool that we are talking about today is Apify, which is basically an automation tool. It has a lot of functions, so I'm going to be not doing a lot of screen sharing here, just going to show you quickly a roundabout of what Apify can do for you, and remembering that it can actually help you make your work 1000 times faster when you're actually talking about building a email list from the scratch. You're talking about building a cold email list where you want to do cold outreach to people or prospects, or trying to figure out to send out an emails to them and then get a lead. So the major challenge that a lot of entrepreneurs, creators, freelancers do not understand is when you're trying to do a cold outreach, one of the difficult process, which has still a life of it, right, into 2025, even though we have AI tools, people don't answer calls, a lot of these things, but people still open up emails and they get to reply those emails, and in fact they actually give business after seeing some interesting emails at their end, right? Now, in that hope of trying to really pull up your socks in terms of trying to build a new business for yourself, all you need is handful of leads. For the handful of leads, let's take the ratios that we are going to talk about. So if you are going to send around 50,000 emails in a month, you are likely to get 5 clients on board. And that's how sleek the percentage, or that's how lean these percentages are in terms of getting success out of outreach program. However, it is the most cost effective and the easiest way to get forward with your message or your brand message into public, or your personal brand message into public as a creator, and that costs absolutely nothing to you and few peanuts for your tools that you're using to be able to build a list of your own. And that's what I'm going to show you today. Right now, what you see on my screen is basically a high-end AI technology, which is offered by a application, AI application called Apify.com. So you could probably browse it and figure out more about it. But I'll quickly show you what you get in the main page of the Apify store is basically you could use some of the important features. So we are talking about lead generation, we are talking about building an email list 1000x faster. So we will just look at lead generation aspects for now. So now there are other couple of tools that we'll be using in combination with Apify to be able to reach our outcome of generating hundreds and thousands of email addresses from uh, using this app, Apify. However, one of the important tool that you will be using is Apollo. It's a very popular tool if you're already a creator, if you're already into freelancing, if you're already going on a business call as with your clients, if you have got a couple of them, or if you don't have any client but you've been on job in sales job or in marketing up at least familiar with these tools, right? One of that is Apollo, which is basically a database management tool, where a lot of database is stored using the predictability analysis that they do for profiles like CEOs, CXOs, and also, random other profiles, including associate profiles to a very CXO level people that you can find out here on Apollo. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to go to Apollo to actually define our audience, right? So I'll do that first. So I'm going to go log into my console, and then I'll show you quickly how to define your audience first. So let's say if you are running an AI agency or let's say a marketing agency, you want to be able to reach out to marketing managers or CEOs, CXO level, guys out there in your specific target location. And this is the easiest way to get their email address, right? Now, what you have got to do is you just type in here, let's say I want to go search people. All right. Now I want to go hit the job titles because that's very important. The designation is always important, right? Marketing lead is already by default given here. I would also maybe add CEO, just a very standard profile of a person who's probably looking to hire people, or also to the main person in the company who's outsourcing work, right? Now, I can also have an option to here to filter this list with other aspects like, say, for example, company size or company names directly, and the industry keywords, market segments, and all of this, right? Now I will go ahead quickly and select the location, the geography. That's very important. In location, let's take we'll take, let's say, United States to start with. Okay, all right. Now it is gonna pop up the list of people with this two designations that I've given, right? The job roles that I've placed here. Marketing lead, somebody who's working in the lead role at the marketing department, and also the CEO of a company, right? Now you could also zero down on the company sizes. You want to just work with SMBs, small business owners and small businesses, then you could go with just 200 to 500 people in there, right? You don't need a bunch of a huge employee-based company to really work with. And this is where it's an ideal file list. The lesser and the specific is always a better in anything that you do out there as a business process or as a general process. Project management, all of that comes with specific is terrific, right? And this is a very familiar quote that is very popular. Now, after you get this list, all that you have to do is, as a very layman person, without having no coding done, nothing, just copy this URL from here, go back to your Apify, and then paste this URL in your, you know, command prompt box, search URL box, which is given by Apollo, the Apify Apollo scraper tool. Now, what it does is you going and manually checking all of these email addresses, copying them is definitely not a deal of 2025, and it was supposed to be like this when SDR used to do this earlier. SDRs are sales development representatives. They used to do the job like this. They used to manually plug out thousands of emails and then put them in an Excel sheet and then add them into CRM and then start sending emails or creating the loops of emails. That's how the outreach program works in sales or or in the lead generation process. But instead of all of this, like I promised you, this tool is going to help you build your list 1000x faster, guys, 1000x faster. And that's what I'm showing you here now. With the help of AI, it's very, very simple. Just put this list here. You want, let's say, 1000 emails. I've got a balance of $39 in my current plan. I've already spent $14 on my list building activities with the help of my team and all of that. Now I'm gonna just see through that. I need about, say, 1000 records of these people that I'm trying to search. I just start with this button, save and start. And what it does is it runs a command, machine learning command. It goes on to the profile of Apollo, which is basically a public profile, right? And then it tries to search the list that I've given it directly, and it actually creates a Excel sheet for you with all the email addresses that you need. And that's how simple this is, right? And if you see right now, charges you on the run. That is basically the amount of memory your system is uh, you know contributing towards trying to find those details from the given link that you've provided. See, it's already in under 2 minutes 24 seconds. It's already hit the 100 number out there, if you can see my screen right now. Okay. And we have already spent just about $0.12, and that's very, very less if you know what I'm talking about in lead generation, or in terms of list building itself. It's kind of very, very sweet spot that we are in. So I'm going to stop this for now to show you. If I just abort this now and try to stop that run, if I do allow it, it will go to finding at least 1000 email addresses quickly. However, I want to just show you this as an example. So I'm going to stop it here, press export, go here and download the CSV file simply. I just only want email addresses for now, for example. Then I just go open this sheet and I let me load this directly into my email. It's Google Sheets. That's more convenient right now. I'm using my company account. Now I go there, open the sheets, open a blank sheet, just name it USA CEO or something like, which is CEO USA, whatever, right? Just an example, any which ways. Now, I could always add the names from the email address, or I could just ask it to give me even names as well. But now we're gonna try just email addresses, for example, or else I'll just load that file directly into this, right? That's much more convenient and easy. I'm gonna open the file that I've just downloaded right away, upload that file which I've downloaded, so it will be right in my downloads. We go from here. One of the latest file that I see here is this one, which is basically about 100 people that I've already gotten in less than 2 minutes, right? And that's how fast that is, guys. Now it will give you a bit of a haphazard list, but now all that you have to do is a basic Excel command here. Just select the column that you want to really filter out. Well, I just want to filter out email addresses only and remove all of the blanks from here. Okay, now I did this and bingo, I have an email list of people, companies, representatives, CEOs, and also marketing leads from USA.